Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. And this is part 2 of my exploration of Kingley Vale, just north of Chichester in West Sussex. And I'm with Julia, who's actually just wandered off somewhat. I need to go and capture her, well, say capture her, find her, perhaps is the right term. She is over there, waving. Hello, Julia.
Hello.
We are in the deepest, darkest yew wood, and it is a bit of a climb now because we've got to go through all these branches, which is rather fantastic. I have to say, if you haven't seen part 1 of our little video, do so, because it'll set it up. But we are here looking at these ancient watchers, as they're called. Now you're drawing hearts with what, natural chalk?
Chalk I just picked up off the ground, and it's kind of a bit soggy still because it's been so rainy the last few weeks, but it's perfect for drawing on the tree.
Ah, magnificent, absolutely magnificent. Oh, I think Julia's dropped off. Look, she's having a snooze in a what seems to be here as a natural hammock. Are you all right there, Julia?
Yeah, it's a little trick to balance, but it's quite comfy.
How marvellous! And we seem to be in. I think this is where they call them the Watchers, isn't it? The Grove of the Watchers now, with the ancient trees here. And it said on the board, I don't know how true that can be, that some of these are potentially up to 2,000 years.
It's quite probable, especially when you consider the fact that when they lean and drop branches over like that, and
like this one
yeah,
here.
Like this one over here.
Oh, okay. Let's go and have a look at it. So the branches, the weight of the branch peels away from the.
Yeah, they'll kind of drop down
right
over time and age, and obviously they get more flexible and will drop. So yeah, and then of course the centre is completely gone, so nothing's held it. It's fallen and laying down like this, and this obviously, well, all of this is going to end up one day rotting away, and you'll be left with another tree here in all this gnarled, weird patterns, and no one's going to realise.
Oh, I see. So
that
the branch
was
falls.
the original placing of the tree.
Right.
So you know, in that way, the same tree can live on.
There's an interesting, well, what looks like an interesting trunk just up ahead. I'm skirting away to go and have a look at it, mainly because it's in the sunshine and we are somewhat in subdued light. I know that yews don't mind shade, and they are quite happy to be what's called in underwood, as well as being the prominent trees. Look at this, it's just so magnificent. Someone's put some little ribbons and things.
Some little dedications. It's holy stones or hag stones. These, you know, when you go on the beach and you find a hole in a stone.
Right.
And yeah, traditionally, Wiccans or witches would put a ribbon or string through it and hang it on a tree. There's more to it than that.
Right.
But I mean, by nature, the craft is quite secretive in the sense of, you know, it's very personal. So, you know, each ritual and thing is very much personal, you know. Who knows why it's, or what the reason is for it being there, but it's a spell. It's there for a spell. I've got a couple of painted stones that I've invested some hopes and dreams into. If I can find it, I'm going to give it to the tree. Other people have chosen this tree.
So this is a personal ritual that you do?
Yeah. Like I say, I don't do organised religion because, I don't know, it just gets me going, ugh.
Right.
Repulses me.
So let's have a look at the stone then, first of all. Oh, it's got a picture of a little cat on it, which is lovely. Hope you can see that there. So tell me what you're going to do. You're going to just leave it somewhere?
Tuck it somewhere within the tree, you know.
Okay.
Wherever feels right.
I will just stand back and observe
hippy hoppy
as you do it.
Okay. Lots of nooks and crannies and think, oh wow. That's amazing. Look, it's like a little mantle shelf. Look, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
People have got their little
And there's some shells in there already.
in there. I think that's it. Sitting there with the shells.
Do you do a personal goodbye to your stone, or you bless it or wish it or anything?
I think I'm going to do this. Because it's just perfectly me. Fun, childish, and happy.
As we go through here, I guess we're going to see even bigger and more hollowed out trees.
Yep.
We are, in fact.
It's not quite as simple as just strolling up to them. So.
No, just got to duck under a few branches here. Oh wow! Now we're getting into the heart of it, aren't we? Here, Julia. I mean, this is absolutely staggering. For one thing, look at the girth of this great big tree. Somebody's hung a ribbon and a feather on here. What does that mean, do you think?
Well, often the feathers and things like that, they won't be taken from the animal by force. So if the chicken's been plucked, you wouldn't really, not for this type of thing.
No.
You wouldn't just take one of those. It's got to have been given from nature.
So, and this is that sort of ritual that I was talking about earlier. That many people. I mean, it's not just you.
Me.
No.
I'm just trying my own little thing. You know.
Yeah,
And
but
most
other
people would
Other people
absolutely-
do exactly this. They put a ribbon, and it's a gift, and it's what a way of saying
It's kind
thank
of,
you,
it's kind
or
of dedication, or you know, kind of. It's almost linked to the way that people would have tied a knot in their handkerchief to remind them of something.
Right.
It's the same sort
same
of idea.
principle.
As far as I can tell, that is.
Behind you, there is an amazing tree. And I'm going to ask you a little favour, actually, just so that people can get an idea of the size of it. And she's already guessed. Yes, there we go. Look at that. You can see this tree is hollowed out. This is a natural process that the old yews do. It's amazing, isn't it? And it's not fully hollowed out. It's in the process, isn't it?
It's weird. It's like a geode. Look, it's
Like a what?
geode.
A geode?
Yeah.
What's a geode?
A rock. A
rock.
geometric.
Excuse my ignorance.
Angulated piece of rock.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, fantastic. I'm going to just take a little stroll around to see what else is behind it. So these trees are not like your normal trees that you imagine with a straight trunk. This one has also torn away, possibly from wind. You can see just up there, as I poke the camera up, you can see that this branch or the trunk of it has fallen away.
Decayed and rotted there.
And rotted. But these things just survive. They are amazing. I also read that it's claimed that yew trees, how accurate this is,
Or me trees.
or me trees, that yew trees are the oldest of the living species.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, I mean, I'm happy to go along with that.
Yeah. That's absolutely right. Yeah, spot on.
Who knows? We do know that the normal rings and stuff that you look for, the age of trees, is not so reliable on yew trees because, as you can see, as they get older, they hollow out. So there is no middle to check on. Let's go further along, shall we?
Yeah.
Again,
I can imagine this tree whistling with a really strong wind, because I mean, if you can peer the camera through there,
Oh wow! It is like a little whistle.
it's like a little wind instrument.
Yeah, it's like a flute or something.
Yeah.
And here, look, you can see right through this one. How about this? This is pretty amazing. Look, right the way through the tree to the other side. And is there a little fairy there? There is some. Oops. We're just following the path a bit further. And what's great is the path is going through the trees. There's no attempt to make you avoid the trees, but whoever set up the reserve has just let you go on this incredible journey through this tangled web. I mean, it is very much like a web of branches. Someone has put 8 in Roman numerals here.
That's the third one I've seen with a number on it.
Now I wonder if that's the guys who look after the place, the rangers,
I'm sure I've seen 5 and 6.
or whether it's just somebody just doing practical. I don't know quite where we go from here. Follow one's nose, I think, is the key. Oh yes, there's the path. I'm following Julia.
Yes.
You found
Richard.
you've found a biggie.
Did find a biggie.
Is this number 10?
I think it's number 10.
Let's go and have a look, shall we?
Yes.
Sounds good. I'll just stay back for a moment because I want people to appreciate the actual enormity of this great big beast. It is very magnificent. So difficult to know the girth on that. What we should have done is brought a tape measure and measured around them. It would have been.
Something tells me we didn't prep well enough.
No, shush! don't tell my viewers that. When I was at the Queen Elizabeth tree, which is a sessile oak, that was bigger. But it's just, I mean, these are so bizarre because of the way the branches. I'm just trying to get the camera higher so you can see perhaps some of it. The branches sprawl out like some monstrous creature that's just quietly sleeping at the moment, but at any minute could just reach down, Julia, and just take you away.
Nick me hat.
Yeah. So, Julia, I've got to ask you, you've never been to Kingley Vale before.
No.
And will you be coming back?
Oh, yeah.
You've fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Oh, well, you're not leaving today, are you?
I'm afraid we yet again have run out of time. But, gentle listener, there's so much more at Kingley Vale. I'm going to have to come back when we've got a bit more time because there's the Iron Age hill fort, there's the burial mound up the top, there's all the nature stuff that we haven't touched on, the chalk blue moth or butterfly even.
Butterfly.
We've got books of facts here.
Let me use them. It's in there somewhere.
And the whole history of it needs to be explored in greater depth. But
it's just so much.
We have run out of time, but thank you so much for tuning in and watching these two videos. And Julia, will you come back and do another one somewhere?
Yes, please.
Marvellous. So tune in again and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Right, we are lost, aren't we?
It's going to take a few minutes just to relocate ourselves on our mental map.
Exactly.